Y'all, Ipsy sends me the most awesome stuff. People get mad at Ipsy because of their sizes and they say it's too small. But honestly, I mean, come on now. I think I might do an unboxing when I get my next bag in. I'm filming 2 videos today, so if I'm wearing the same shirt or the same tank top in the next video, it's because I'm filming 2 videos today. First of all, some of you are going to see this and think it's about you, and half of you are going to be incorrect. And second of all, my camera is at a weird angle. That's not good when you're trying to film a vlog. That's a little better. And third of all, I woke up wanting to talk about this because I don't know if it's because the planets are in retrograde and Mercury is my ruling planet because I'm a Gemini, and it's causing me to be really articulate and creative, and I have all these crazy bottled up emotions going on. But I wanted to film this in a way to where A, it's not hurting anybody in particular, and some of you have questions. Some of you are in the exact same position as I am, and I wanted to let you guys know, if you're in this position, it's okay. It's okay to do what I'm doing. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling, and that you don't have to justify your emotions to anybody at all. Let me start off by saying, when we first moved in this house, it was a wonderful move, a wonderful transition, and I feel like when I moved into my new home, I had to cut cords with people. And some of you are going to watch this and think that this is about you. It's not about you at all. I'm going through the honeymoon phase with my house, as you would with any relationship, like a marriage. You want to spend time with your spouse, you want to love up on it. I'm getting freaky with the walls. But I'm getting to know all the spaces, all the crevices. This video was going way south. But I'm going through the honeymoon phase of my house. And I think when people move into a new home, they go through the exact same thing. And I think that goes for any situation. If you're in a new situation, you just want to enjoy it to yourself for a while. And that's perfectly normal. Second of all, I feel like I had to cut cords with people. And you're going to go through periods of your life where you feel like you aren't as compatible with other people that you were before in previous phases of your life. This is important because not only are you experiencing all kinds of spiritual growth, you're experiencing financial growth, you're experiencing personal growth. And I think when you go through all those things at once, it's okay to look at the relationships in your life and say, hey, wait a minute, we're not where we should be on a level of our relationship, so I can't be friends with you anymore. And it's not that I'm saying that I don't care. It's not that I'm saying I wish ill will. I'm out here, May! This vlog's gonna turn into an Annie vlog any minute, y'all. I'm not even kidding. I'm right here, baby.
Why are you outside?
I'm filming.
Filming?
I'm filming.
My favorite part.
But I feel like as you grow, you look back on your past relationships or your present relationships and you see we're not where we should be as a friend, and that's okay. So many people hold on to so many things, and I'm guilty of that too. So many people hold on to so much crap, and they think it's not okay to let go. You can play. I can see. You can play in the yard. I can watch you from here. I think so many of us think that we have to hold on due to whatever reason. Family, friends. I mean, you've been friends with this person for like 10 years. This person's in your family, and no, just let it go. Let it go and just cut the cord. I cut cords with a few people for a few reasons, and the straw on the camel's back is when I had so many people who said they would help me move, help me come in and paint, help me come in and sand down my walls, because they were really excited for me. And I think maybe only one person actually showed up to really do anything and help us out. I had so many people who promised me, who would, like, not strangers, not friends, like really close people who would say, hey, it's okay, I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna help paint, I'm gonna help do your yard, because they knew the circumstances. It's not like they didn't know the circumstances behind our move. And I guess that was the straw on the camel's back, because that wasn't the first time I was disappointed. I need to actually emphasize that it was not just because of the move. Things that were just happening over the years, that I thought I could trust these people. I thought I could just rely on these people. And again, some of you are going to see this and think it's about you, and it's not. Like, I would never put my mom in this situation. I would never put my move on my mom because of her health issues. I would never sit there and disrespect my mom like that. I wasn't really expecting her to help. Not because in a mean-spirited manner. It was because I knew she couldn't do much because of her health, and I would never put my mom in a position where she could hurt herself. When you go through a transition, it's okay for you to transition without certain people. It's okay for you to not bring those people along. And I mean no ill intent. I wish you no harm. I'm not a vendetta person at all by any means. What's going to happen is when you cut ties with people, they will try to pull you back. And you need to be sure to stand your ground, because you do not need any of that more toxicity or negativity as you're transcending into your new life. And I think so many people feel like they have to stay connected with people for whatever reason, whether it's family or friend that you've known for decades. And that's not it. You don't have to feel obligated to stay in a toxic relationship no matter what it is. I find myself in a position in my life to where I can't deal with certain people anymore, whether it's people who refuse to use common sense, people who refuse to grow up in a manner that they should be at this age, and that's very vague. And I feel like you know it's the right time when you have your last straw on the camelback moment, and you don't really grieve that loss of the relationship as you should if it really meant that much to you. And that's okay. You're gonna have periods of your life where you just can't tolerate certain personalities and certain people anymore. And that's perfectly normal. And if you're in your period of your life where you feel like you have to just disconnect from people, then do that. That's not a bad thing. You're discovering more about yourself, your spirituality, your mentality. Some people just can't handle your light anymore, or just can't seem to be on the same wavelength as you anymore. And that's normal. That's completely normal. I've cut ties with friends that I've known for decades because they just won't grow up. They won't move on to the next phases of their life, giving several opportunities. And it's not all about that. There's a lot of issues that are entangled with cutting cords with people, but you just can't tolerate it anymore. A lot of this also comes from my children. If I feel like my children can't be tolerated around you, then you have to go. If I have a lot of friends who used to talk smack about autism and the whole vaccine debate, and I can't be friends with you. I can't be friends with people who think hard discipline is going to cure autism. I can't be friends with people who are going to scream at an autistic child when they're going through things. I can't do that. And if you're going to sit there and compare my parenting style to yours, knowing I have a different situation, knowing I have kids with special needs, you gotta go. I'm not about that life. A prime example of this was when we were moving, packing up stuff, and we just got approved for the house. My kids were outside playing. It was a nice day. I let my older kids ride their bike because where we used to live, it was like a little turnaround, almost kind of like a cul-de-sac maybe. My kids riding the bike. And it's that part of the street is not a heavy traffic area. And we watched the kids, of course, when they're outside riding their bikes. Somebody had said, if they were my kids, I would have whooped their ass by now. And I'm like, that's exactly why I don't want your help. That's exactly why I don't want you around my kids. Because we have two very different families, and use that as your first threat. Yeah, you gotta go. I haven't spoken to this person since that day, and this was back in maybe very, very late March when we first started to pack up our stuff. I can't be around this person because I don't trust my kids with you, and you use corporate discipline as your very first line of defense. And I can't be around you, and my kids can't be around you because of that. And I don't feel guilty about that one bit. If I feel like my kids can't be around you, they're not going to be around you. If I feel like I can't have you in my life anymore, then you're not going to be in my life anymore. If you refuse to understand that every kid has a different need and every child learns differently, then I can't be around you anymore. And it's that simple. It's perfectly okay to let people go. I know there's several of you within my personal circle who have trouble letting people go because they're family members, due to whatever circumstances you're in. It's okay to let people go. That doesn't mean you won't ever be there to help. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It's just because you can't stand their negativity anymore and you need to let it go. Please believe me when I say you will feel so much better when you decide for yourself that you just can't tolerate this person anymore and you just have to let it go. Whether it's people who play the I can do it better than you game, which, oh my gosh, like this person is so known for that. They'll see you do something and try to up you 1,000 times more. I can't tolerate that anymore. It's not about who gets there first. It's not about who does it better. And I don't think this person realizes this. By the way, just for context, the same person who also said he would beat my kids' ass for not listening is the same person who thought we couldn't do all this. By the way, they're stuck with the 30-year mortgage when I'll have my house paid off in 10 years.